Trigger warning. The following content may discuss sensitive topics such as mental health, abuse, violence. Please proceed with caution and take care of yourself. If you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to step away.
Listen, I don't know what's going to come out of this talk. I really do not know anything about this. It's just, I felt guilty. And hello, who's just said the new year? Hello, everybody's welcome in. Everybody's entitled to the opinion. Do not be blocking nobody out the comments. Don't be muting anybody. Everybody's entitled, even to both sides, to have the opinion, right? Like I say, I don't know anything, but I'm sure Billy and Ryder will enlighten us on a few things. So as soon as they come in, let them in. Wait, I'll pull this chair forward. I've nearly fell off my stool. You think I was pissed and I'm not. Hey, but everybody isn't this being fucking awful with that Father Jack. Absolute embarrassing. And the vilest things coming out of her mouth, it's on another level. Like I said, if my children had been little and she'd said that about their father, I'm sorry, I would have took the arrest and I would have been pulling up at that door. And she'd have been quickly rov out and sorted out. And yes, I am saying that if she'd have said that about my children and about my partner. Afternoon, everybody. I don't know, is Billy in here yet? Billy, are you in or not? Thank you, my G. Thank you, everybody who sent something. I'm not ignorant as a pig. I'm just a bit backward and I can't watch the comments, watch the presents and talk to you all at the same time. You know I'm not a full shilling and I'm tired. It's been busy today at work. Please. I've got the shake to be put in my big fucking face. Billy Big Mouth. Billy won't belong. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you, my Vicky. Oh yes, and if Billy has asked for anybody to come in the box and names them, let them in. Or the same with Rydo. Only if they ask. Until then, there's only Billy and Rydo allowed in. God, I'm proper fucking nosy, me. It's the kids playing out on the side. So, how are you? Oh, you're all right, my Billy. 1 minute. Just when you come in, request the box and they know to let you in. And then I will mute up because you can hear the kids on the side playing. Hey, my Raven Red, how are you, me baby? Thank you. So, when they come in, I will be muting myself and you can just listen to what's being said. Ryan will tell you where it's Pearl. He always tells the truth. You might need to remind Rydo, LOL, or is he in? I don't know, Rydo, are you in the chat or not? I don't know if he's in. But that's the only time anybody else is allowed in the boxes if Billy or Rydo wants them in, because I don't know who's who. Hey, hello chat. Oh, it's the same one I'm reading. Hey, my Nicola, how are you? Thank you, everybody, for sharing the live out. Like I said, I don't know what's going to come of this. To me, she looked a lovely woman. I had a little laugh in there with her and even told her to pop into me live. And I would have been none the wiser if I wasn't messaged off God knows how many people. And I still never got back to everybody who did message. So, right, here's my Billy.
Hi.
Hi, me baby. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. Sorry, I was just having to sort my phones out and stuff like that. And get
listen,
ready.
you're all right, my Billy. Right, I've told everybody there's nobody unless you want somebody up, and then you can say to bring somebody up. And the same with my Rydo. If he comes in and he wants anybody up, them is the only times anybody's allowed to be let in. Barring from that, he kept in the comments. Sorry,
yeah, that's perfect. That's not an issue, Pet. I'll let anyone know if anyone needs to come up or anything like that. Mm-hmm. As I explained to Pearl earlier, I have narrowed this down a bit more than I have what's already on my YouTube, purposely for the live sake, and so Pearl doesn't get banned or anything along those lines. What I'm going to do, so when it comes to like a lie, so I'm just going to play one video regarding a lie, and then we'll go through the rest of it and you'll be able to spot the rest of the lies as we go on. But as you're right, Pearl, in the first instance, she can come across quite friendly, quite nice and stuff like that. Upon of watching her quite a while, obviously, she's far from different. And unfortunately, she's been around for many years in this app. And if I remember correctly, when I used to watch her, when I first come on the app, which was back in late 2019, she went viral for dancing to a certain club song, and it had Sean in the background, and she was obviously draped in gold. So it was just more like TikTok dances and trend, but obviously her name was soon tied to a lot of chaos. So just to reiterate, just to give a little bit of a backstory of who this woman is. So she is a mother of 9, and they were all raised by social services.
Before you start, I'm going to mute up me, Bab, because you'll leave the dogs or the kids on the site.
No worries, sweet, no worries.
If you just tell me to unmute if you want.
No worries, love. So Jules is a mother of 9, and most of them have been raised by social services. She's gone viral before she even came onto TikTok. She was viral on TikTok more for a gold drape style and a less flattering moments over on Facebook, where she got her cleavage and the rest out, if you get my drift, and that was over on Facebook before TikTok. So she's returned, and obviously she's blew back up again on the app because, unfortunately, from the sad news of her ex-husband passing, which he was found in a council toilet. And I just want to reiterate that they weren't together at the time, and their friends and family described their relationship as toxic, and it was on and off. Jules does have a bit of an online history, let's say that, from breakups, racism accusations, threats, abusive rants. And of course, if you know Jules and you've watched Jules before, you'll all remember the saga with Jess Rennie. And I will say there was wrongs on both sides of that saga. So there are also claims of her encouraging violence and the dealing of you know what. She, like I say, she lost custody due to safeguarding concerns. Now, after Sean's passing, allegations are kind of surfaced, including that she's still selling the prescriptions, if you get where I'm going with that, and using this tragedy to her advantage. So, like I say, I'm just going to play one video to just show a little bit of like how Jules lies. So she claims she bought a horse chain pendant for £2,000. However, she did show this the week before already on the chain. In this video, she's battling another creator, and there are dates just. So this is just a pendant story. This is just like a snippet of her lies before we get further on and you hear more of her lies. So let me just make sure that's turned up and you can hear. So this is just her talking about the pendant.
But I've got to go up that way today because I need to pick a necklace up because I've got a new pendant coming. So I am going to go on.
Right, she does mumble a lot, so you're going to have to all listen carefully. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that.
Show my video that I have, and if she refuses to go on, what they'll do is the way it works in Edinburgh is they will actually morning Susan honey. Hi, how are you? I'm good. Didn't interrupt my conversation.
That date's important.
What I'm up to today, Susan? Susan, I've got a delivery coming. It's meant to be here by 1 PM. Then I've got to go up and get a chain for my new pendant.
Billy, sorry, 1 second.
Go for it.
No, Luke, I can't. Billy's not on his own live. He's in here, so the boxes is on, so I can't accept your request. Sorry, Luke. I know you've WhatsApped us. Sorry, Billy. Go on.
No worries, pal.
Steph, I've ordered a pendant. It's a big horse. It's just over an inch in weight. I'm waiting on that coming in the day. That's special delivery guaranteed next day. That was posted yesterday. Then I'm gonna. It's coming the day. It's not came yet, obviously, but once I get it, I need to go up the town and get a chain. Babysitting the grandkids. All right. Yeah.
At the end of this video, it does skip to the following month.
That kid can stay at my life, you know? People that think they're better than other people can't be doing that. can't be doing me that. I'll shout it louder. Stacey, do you understand what I'm saying? Morning, Pauline, honey. I seen it, I know, and you better fucking stay out my fucking life, Stacey. 'Cause it's nothing but a cheeky cunt. Morning, honey, how are you? Hanks is better than everybody else. Might get my nails painted red today. Might get my nails painted red today. Might shave my hair off, might wear a pair of kinky high heels and go to a hotel. We never know, Stacey. We never know. Who does that thing think he is sliding fucking into my lives? I've told him repeatedly, don't come in my fucking lives. I'm not interested in your unis, your line. You've gave me enough, thank you very much. I've offered you a refund. Fuck off, stay out of my life. Did you block him on mute? No, the camera went. Oh, did it just scroll past? I don't know. I've got it. No, it's not in here.
So in this video, to start with, just to quickly run it down for you guys struggling to listen to her swearing. So she's going to get this horse chain pendant today or within the next few days. This was on the 11th of March. She then comes back on, which at the end of this video, a few weeks later, where she states that someone else got it from.
I can't, who does that wee arsehole think he is? Fucking even flying past it. I thought I blocked him on this account. And I guess.
Now we're going to go to the 2nd of April, as you can see there.
Oh, Cameron, you said you got 3 horses, eh? 2. I need to go and get puppy pads at some point, Cameron. Oh. Look, Cameron.
So that's the little pendant, as you can see there. But she went to get that today, but she was actually getting that last time in the last clip, if you remember correctly. But she actually got that today.
Oh, it's horses.
So just a sneaky peek of her life, 24th of July.
Thank you, Mary.
It's on there.
Do you know what? It's just off you. Weird, right? My birthday's next month, guys. Sean got me this for my birthday. He gave me it last month.
Well, we know that's a lie, right? Because we've seen that she actually got it 2 months prior to July.
Exactly, the trophy.
So that's just like a couple of her lies there, right? That's just like a little like snippet of her bullshit. Now, as I say, she's been around for quite a long time, right? So not only does Juls like lying, she also likes to lie down with men that aren't hers. Juls has lied to another man before, which I'll get that to you right at the very end, which is an article of what happened between them, and we get onto that. But in the next video, you're going to see Juls admitting to scamming some guy for money, which just kind of proves another one of her lies. She said this never happened. Well, this is her sitting in a box blasting about how she really enjoyed doing all this crap, basically. So this is her just twatting him off and bad mouthing him. Oh, that's the wrong video. Sorry, that's the pendant, that one. So this bloke was called Paul Diamond.
I'm gonna expose you, fuck! Show that I've asked you for money!
Wow! Hear it right now.
You're still here, okay?
I've got more money than you'll ever have!
Paul Diamond went in and started flinging his money at Jules for nothing. Nobody asked him. Facts.
Oh, Diamond, Jules has never asked me for a fucking penny.
That old man was flinging his fucking money at her as if she was a prostitute, the old fucking cheeky
And she only had £50 to do her. Did she not, Paul? He spent about 10 grand on me, Caitlin.
It's There you go, you spent 10 grand on her.
Never once asked him to gift her. I wish. Okay, you want me to put the receipts up?
Right, come in and mute that song. Right, Susie, come in now.
He actually has. He spent about, I'm going to say about 9.5 grand. She's a beg.
Susie, come in now.
Oh, but laugh. I've got to laugh.
Exactly.
Susie, the
I can't
contact
believe
was...
that he's saying that you've asked him for money.
He's a fucking 50 quid. Like, come on, I would up it a wee bit, though.
The creepy old bastard went into
Paul, I'll go back to your
there.
screenshots, pal.
Everybody knew him, and he started
Yeah, look, Paul, I'm going to go back to your
grinding,
screenshots to where you were starting to give me.
Billy,
Go for it.
if everybody, if I get bananaed on this account, go to Pearl Price and back up, I'll come straight onto that one, just to let you know.
If vice versa, I'll come back on another account also. No worries. No worries.
£500 a lion, Paul. You sent me about, I'm going to say 9 lions. You sent me 3 universes.
Couple of grand.
And fuck knows what else.
Aye.
Maths.
That
Do you
doesn't
get
quite
maths?
equate to 10 grand, right? But it's money, a lot of it.
Me, one of Susie, we're not getting, she's not getting blamed for that's what it's. She's getting her money in the flat, probably. Shut up, Caitlin, you fucking clown.
Just
There
check
are a
my
lot of them,
page,
they do
Caitlin,
like
it's
screaming and
different up
shouting.
there.
Can you
Me
do
and
it by
Kenneth
yourself?
played them like a fool.
Adele.
That name will be important soon, Adele.
Oh, you better believe I'm racist. This is Scotland.
So this is her mucking up.
Tyrone, I'm sorry.
That she don't care how much he sent her. She's mugging it. As you can tell, she's rubbing it in his face.
Couldn't give a fuck. I'm sorry, I'm mean. I've never changed in 8 years and I'll never change.
Just 8 years.
I can't stand them.
Can't be that racist. I've got a black and white dog. Got a colour telly.
That was a reply to someone saying she was a racist. Right, so that's the end of that clip, right? So that just goes to show you in itself that, listen, this woman will go to no ends and have absolutely anything. So that's not the only person she's gone at. She did go at, well, she's gone at many people on this app. However, like I said, I'm only going to show you nippers. I'm trying to save her from getting banned or anything of that kind. So we have got more in depth, like I said, on the YouTube. So here's just one video of Juls bullying another woman. Like I say, there are wrongs and rights on both sides of the story here. It's just which side is the worst, essentially. And unfortunately, Jules's mouth gets carried away with her, which means she says some not nice stuff like this. So trigger warning, I don't know if you're going to need it, and you do that here, but you might need it.
Maybe I should come to your house and drop your beard at one day.
In front of her.
Think about
That's Jules you can hear.
Yeah, think of Angel and how she's fucking feeling. That's her daughter. Oh, she's already made accounts up on Angel as well. Thanks, Joanne.
She's well fucking sick of me.
No, you don't bring a fucking beer into it. Think about how the mother's feeling. She stuck herself in anyway on one of the videos. What was it she says? I had some people...
Obsessed with people.
And she put that on that page. And you can't why they're doing it, Angel, because Angel's the quiet and all you're going to it. No, she's not.
Private, mate, so we can't use the postcard. I've made it private now.
Yeah, so just to reiterate in the comments, at the very beginning of the sentence was Jules said she would dangle, basically do a Michael Jackson to the baby, right? If anyone remembers that Worldwide Saga, what he done with the baby when he showed it to the paparazzi. Well, that's what Jules was saying she was going to do, but pretty much let go in order of this video.
Oh, Sam, no, you can still report it. I am. Harassment and bullying. That's what you just put under, just harassment and bullying. I honestly didn't think she was like that. I didn't think that was what I'm going to go on a date now in 2 seconds.
Can I just say that mini princess is sick as fuck?
Man, you've not been seen in the last few days, though. You want to see all the accounts that have been coming in my family, mate? Like, wow.
Send me on my messenger now. Or WhatsApp or whatever.
Fucking raging.
I don't know. Like, to bring it.
Does it?
Leave that fucking pair of beers to rest. Stop bringing Ariana in there.
Just I mentioned Ariana, my niece was in here.
So yeah, she was also saying that while her niece was about in the same room. Now, to my understanding, this woman hasn't really actually said much to Jules or done much to Jules to warrant this kind of reaction.
Fucking sick.
Go make another account up, Sam. Go fuck off.
Right, so that, yeah, again, that's just a snippet of what this woman's like, right? So now, as I keep seeing the next bit in like the comments here, so I'm just going to jump a little bit into a family life, not too much. So as a lot of you have said, 2 of Jules's kids started their life in petty crime, which started originally with bag snatching. They were arrested for that. That was also in the paper. They also mugged a 79-year-old lady and robbed her and roughed her about. And they also robbed an old guy because they basically said he had money, and there was their excuse was basically they was in a rugs rage, and the oldest one was basically going to be done for supply of rugs at that point anyway. So it's just like a little screenshot here initially of the newspaper article, and then I'll play the video. If you want me to read it, I can read it, but that's totally your choice. So pensioners, you know, there was words, pensioner in Aylesbury, Forsyth, to death with tools. 3 teenagers have been found guilty of emming a pensioner by him with tools while high on rugs. Kieran McMillan, 19, and 2 other boys were 16 and 15 at the time, intending to rob Alistair Forsyth at his home in Prestonfield, Edinburgh. They left the 67-year-old with more than 100 injuries, including extensive rib fractures. So that's just a snippet. So just yes or no in the chat for me before I go on to the next bit. Now, I can read that whole article out if you want me to, but if it's going to be triggering to a lot of you, obviously, that I don't want to. So if you want me to read the actual article, I can read the whole article. That the choice is yours. Just spam yes or no in the chat for me. yeah. I'll give it a second. Right, so let me just have a sip of my coffee then. 1 second, let me wet my tongue. Let's go. Right, okay, I'll read it to you. Let me just get it out. So
I do in here, because if he's in, let him jump up. Mods, if you request the box.
So obviously we've got the main article, which most of you Scots will know about and probably would have read of, as I've already read the first bit. Basically,
I
was a wee bit late, sorry, Pharaoh.
You're all right, mate.
You're all right.
So yeah, basically they obviously left a 67-year-old with more than 100 injuries and rib fractures on the 21st of February, which was 2019. The 2 younger boys also found guilty of further attacks on McDonald's day before the offing. All 3 denied emming Mr. Forsyth, despite one of the teenagers saying it was for money, and we were all just out of our nut during a phone call recorded at the young offenders institution. Pretty wasted, a woman told the High Court in Edinburgh that McMillan had come out of her house with tools in a bag before the attack. She said he had repeatedly talked about money in the books in Mr. Forsyth's home. She said the 16-year-old had returned to her home pretty wasted, and she asked McMillan if he had given tablets, but he just laughed. McMillan said he had taken street valleys before the court had heard. So the brutal attack. Oh, and it says there. Sorry, he originally faced further charge of supplying diazes to a teenager, but it was withdrawn during trial. So obviously the next is the attack and sustained attack. The three went to Mr. Forsyth's flat, repeatedly struck him on the head and the body with sharp objects, heavy objects, made basically tools is the way to put it for TikTok's term. His walking stick and obviously picture frames. They booted and stamped on him, took his phones, tablets. Emergency services were alerted because of disturbance, I believe, by a neighbour. The first police officers on scene could hear excited male voices coming down the stairs before they met the three teenagers. McMillan claimed the blood on his clothes was from a nosebleed and that he had intervened to help Mr. Forsyth. Meanwhile, the youngest boy said to an officer, "Do you know who I am?" He later asked about his iPhone, which he lost. Pathologists who examined Mr. Forsyth concluded that his death was caused by severe chest trauma. One of the youths, who is under 18 and cannot be named for legal reasons, was freed on bail at Edinburgh Sheriff Court on the month before the attack. Advocate Deputy Stuart Ronnie told jurors High Court in Edinburgh that this was a brutal, sustained attack on a 67-year-old man in his own home, involving weapons and involving all three accused. There's not much more to read to this. After hearing the jury's verdict, the trial judge, Lord Eust, told the three, "You have each been convicted by the jury of scandalous M. The penalty for M is fixed by law. In the case of you, Kenneth McMillan, it will be that you will be detained in the Young Offenders Institute and liable to be detained for life." He told the two young offender offers that they would be detained without limit of time. Deputy Inspector Bob Campbell said Mr. Forsyth was a well-respected member of the community. He added that this was a horrendous attack on a vulnerable man in his own home. There could have been no justification for what he did, but our investigation did not find any clear motive on the attack. The three have shown no remorse whatsoever in his brutal and senseless deed. Now, I do also want to point out that it's been, a lot of people have said to me, now this is rumours because I can't clarify, but Juls had allegedly paid them to do some crimes. Like I say, that's allegedly, I can't confirm that nor deny that. But I just also want to point out their sentences have been shortened. Their jail terms are cut. This is the other article. 3 who end Edinburgh pensioner have jail terms cut. So their jail terms have also been cut as well after committing, obviously, that sort of crime, right? So, as I said, they had obviously roughed a 79-year-old lady about as well. They had, robbed. So there is another article, which I'm not going to read all of, but I'll read most of it just to give you the gist. So this is in the Edinburgh News. 79-year-old woman had her handbag stolen from Newtoft Street during the evening of Tuesday, 8th of January, and was assisted by a member of the public, one of whom recovered the bag and its contents. As a result, police inquiries, in addition to the arrest of the 16 and 14-year-old yesterday, a further 16-year-old male has now been arrested and held in court and custody to appear at Edinburgh Sheriff's Court on Monday, the 14th of January. This was at the time of the, thingy going on. Inspector Graham Nesbitt said 3 males have now been arrested in connection to the robbery. This type of incident is extremely rare, and I want to assure the public that the officers will be continuing patrols in the Liberton and Gilmerton area. I would like to thank the local community for their help during this investigation.
Before that, on Aliven, I can't remember what one, but one of the sons had also been robbed a woman. I don't know if it was an old woman, but he just robbed a woman before he done that.
So it's been more than one occasion, is what you're saying, more or less, yeah. So now, as by now, if you haven't cottoned on already, Juls is not quite a nice person, right? So there was then a tattle life. We all know tattle, right? It's a big gossiping place. So one of the people had written there that apparently Juls had discussed going to visit her son. Then later on the live, while the sons were inside prison, Juls asked one of her sons, and I believe the word was tanned. if they could have someone's house tanned, was it? I think the word was, which I think, correct me if I'm wrong, means robbed, does it? I believe, if I remember correctly.
Is that what it means, Rido?
Yeah.
Tan. So when someone says, "Oh,
leg arsed in the face,"
right, okay,
and like done in.
Right, okie dokie, perfect, cheers. So obviously this was the screenshot from Tattoo Life, and I think quite a few from this, judging by this one and all the threads on it, was that it had happened, because they had the video attached here, but these videos are no longer available. I do want to point that out, so I did try getting them, don't panic. So it's on this account here. I've attached a screenshot where to scroll. If you can't be listening to her, I think her son must be in jail, and they were discussing booking a visit as they were wanted to go and see him. So they talked about that for a bit, and after, at the end, she said, "Here, I need a who's done, like, tanned."
It could be tanned a house. Let's see, robbing a house.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, see, that's what we initially thought, and was, like, told originally, that when it's put in that aspect, it means basically, I'm going to do your flat or your house over.
Yeah.
Right, okie dokie, perfect. So, just to reiterate, if you're a bit late to the live, Jules has been married 3 times, 9 children, most brought up in care. Most of the breakup, according to all the men, are because of Jules cheating, and yes, there was rugs involved. Most of these men don't even deny this. Jules is known, like I say, for her bling house and her Argos gold, and she even claimed she was once a part-time traveller, right? She even claimed that
she's
one.
not. You can't be a part-time, you're born, it's in your blood. So she's a heap of shit.
Right, and this is what we all claimed. So it was like, "Oh, you fuck," because this one came up. So then, obviously, like I said, the family of Sean were then messaging me, telling me a little bit about the interactions they've had with Jules. Now, Jules has been known to get with people who have had issues, rug issues, whatever it may be, drinks, God knows what. She's had countless men. She's been married to 3 of these men and denied that they had any issues. Most of the men claim she had cheated on them and had men in their bed most of the nights. She even did a short stint to be part of the LGBTQ and got with a woman at one point, even though she said it was for TikTok, but that was a total lie. She actually got with this woman. So I'm not going to talk too much on the next bit, because just pure out of respect, I have spoken to the family since I've done the full thing. So she had an on and off relationship with Sean, which allegedly from the family, this was not my words, she used to sell like the valleys, and it said that Jules is all about money. So I'd received quite a few messages of these, and these were just some of the messages. I've cropped out their names, because if we all know what Jules like, we all know the threats and the stuff she puts out there, right? So this was a family member. She has tons of money, mostly from her rug business. She did not need a GoFundMe. She's been scamming everyone. She's probably been rolling in the cash right now, laughing at everyone. She was, by the way. She thrives off attention, and the woman is cracked in the head, which that sentence there brings me back to a point later on. And yeah, she was in an LGBTQ relationship, and it wasn't all for TikTok like she claims. Pretty sure she was sleeping about when she was with Sean anyway. So whole grieving wife act is all just a money maker for her. And when it comes to her son and her claiming they're innocent, no, they had done it for money. She paid them to do it because she or someone she knew had beef with the guy's family. And then that's just like another one, and then it's another one like daughter got me jailed for nothing, but Angel says she would not give evidence, and that's how she knew. She would have said it at the time the other night about her mum. So basically, Angel's very important in the story, so we come on to Angel in just a minute after this. So of course, she's then the recent saga, which brings us back like to more or less recently. So of course, she claims Sean is missing, right? So Sean, unfortunately, did pass, as we all know, and Jules was in the papers playing the grieving wife act, and she was devastated. Now, bear in mind, they had been split up for quite a while prior to this. Like I say, they had an on and off relationship for many years, okay? So it's just like the report of, like, he was missing. Now, before I read this report, I just want to say that she claims that she knew he went into the toilets because he didn't feel very well, but then reported him missing the same night. But it's just a whole factuation of bullshit, right? So I'll go back to the beginning and I'll just read this article. Shit, again, it's not very big. Just so you can see it, this is the article, this is a picture you've used. Julie Stephen is bewildered and demanding answers to why her husband Sean's body lay unnoticed inside toilet cubicle at Edinburgh City Chambers for 6 days. And it just goes on to say the heartbroken wife of a man found passed inside to council toilets demanding answers over why his body was not found for 6 days. Grieving Julie Stephen says that she can't understand how no one noticed the body of her husband Sean after he entered the cubicle at Edinburgh City Chambers on July the 1st, but never came back out. Julie, 47, had been chatting with her hubby on the phone when he went to the toilet because he was feeling unwell. She tried to contact him later but couldn't get through on the phone, so reported him missing, but his body was not discovered for almost a week. She was calling on council chiefs and police to explain why the husband's body was left to decompose in the toilet without being noticed. Julie told the Daily Record there's no CCTV footage of him. There is CCTV footage of him on the phone to me walking up to the Royal Mile and into the council building. He was healthy, but said he was feeling dizzy and sick. He said he was going to get a taxi. I came off the phone. He was going to go to the toilet. That was the last time I spoke to him. How's no one been in that toilet for 6 days? It baffles me. There are security guards, cleaners, and someone who sits at the reception. The CID are still digging. Could he have been saved? These are questions that will be in my head for the rest of my life. Julie posted a picture of Sean 38 online with the caption, "Shame on Edinburgh Council. Left you inside their building for a week. You could have been saved." The couple have been married since 2019. Julie Stevens revealed she knew something was wrong when Sean wasn't answering his phone, prompting her to call 999 that evening. So I spoke to police on the phone, and the first response I got was 38 years old. First I got was he's 38 years old. He couldn't be a missing person yet because of his age. We spent a week looking for him to put flyers in shops. We went searching everywhere where we were 2 minutes away from him. We didn't expect him to be in a locked building. Where they found him, his body was so decomposed I couldn't even see his body. Which I just want to reiterate, that's a lie when you say you couldn't see his body, because the mother was allowed to go in and see his body, so why was you not? That makes absolutely no sense. I had to give toothbrush for DNA. This could happen to anybody. It's obviously torture. Julie said she's emotionally drained and asking for help. She just wants to bring his body home and to rest. And I will get answers right now. I just need to lay him to rest. And then it's just a message from the police spokesman there.
Rido, you know, how can, if it was in like a building and for 6 days, how come that they never found him for 6 days? Somebody said it was a holiday or something.
I think it was a bank holiday up here, but Jules says to me that when she was on live that she had contacted the police, she contacted the council, she told them that she had that last phone call. Mm-hmm. It's very strange.
Wow.
Well, so
especially a public building, it's like your councillor's building.
Right, are these public toilets?
It's a public chambers for your city council.
Okay, yeah.
It should definitely have security, it should have cleaners.
Mm-hmm. Right, I get ya. That makes sense. So would those toilets be like, so do you know some toilets have the bit missing at the bottom? Would these toilets be full-blown doors, like from like ceiling to floor sort of thing?
Nah, I think it would be a cubicle.
Right, so it would have some space at the bottom. So obviously this door being locked for days would be something.
You still would think the smell, because think about it.
It was warm.
And it was hot, yes. Oh.
Right, okay.
And he was a big boy. He went to the gym, everything like that. You wouldn't miss him.
Yeah, for a cubicle, he's a massive lad.
Wow.
So now we know like what's obviously brought her up with these sagas, right? So we know she's had issue with previous partners, which we know unfortunately this is one thing Jules was uploading, right? Now I just want to bear this in mind. This is what she was uploading when Sean was considered missing. So this is a type of post. This was a deleted post, so I only managed to get a screenshot from another app, thank God. But when you wake up and feel like there's no fucks given. Now, this was after he was announced missing, and this was a video of her dancing away, which she soon deleted. She soon deleted very quickly. And not only that, did she delete that? So she put post up of her and Sean, so like she was doing the grieving wife act, so it was their wedding photo and stuff like that. These she also privated, but she soon unprivated them not long ago, but recently has privated these videos again. But thank God to people doing duets, which means it gives us an insight to one of the videos she was posting and how she was playing. But bear in mind the video beforehand, she's dancing. This was all while it was missing, and now it's been obviously announced missing. She was posting this sort of stuff. So that's the sort of stuff she was posting as soon as she found out that he obviously had been found, right? So she's obviously playing the grieving wife act. Now, like I say, she was kind of acted how she did in the video there was kind of how she acted at the funeral. Now, so the way she's acting there, so with the funeral became a GoFundMe. So this was promptly set up by Jules' friend Adele, which Adele becomes very important in the saga because they have a bit of a story. So Adele's and Jules did a week ago fall out. However, I do want to reiterate they are mates again. They are mates again. So this is like, so the colour theme was green. So this is what I can show you. Now, I've seen photos of this funeral leaving her house and videos of this funeral car and horse carriage leaving her house. Now, I would never disclose that footage, and I promised the person I never would. For various reasons, we know what Jules will put upon people. So on the day of the funeral, I do want to point out, because many people have said it, this is not a high-vis vest. I know it looks like one, but it's not. But I can confirm this was a picture Jules put up. This was what she was also wearing in the video I received. Now, bear in mind, Jules wanted $7,500 for this funeral because her plan was she did kind of want a big gypsy funeral, so she wanted $7,500. So the funeral then happened. She paid off, I think, $2,000 or something. Now that became questionable, that receipt, because a lot of people were saying that was to do with the past granddaughter. However, I can't confirm. I haven't seen it. If I see it, I will inspect it. So obviously, he passed away. They've done the funeral. This was 20 minutes after the funeral was ending. You can find these on Jules' profile. She hasn't removed them already. So this is Adele, which, as I said, Adele becomes a little bit important.
The guy to the right, she also says she was in a relationship with Handsome Paul. I know as mental as it sounds, she says it was off her TikTok, but everybody in Scotland knows about that.
Correct, that's the one, you little legend. So this was her doing the sound, No What to Alicia Keys' No One, and she's basically living it up large. This was just after the funeral. So this was a type of content she was posting just after the funeral. Now, I want to bear in mind, at the funeral, it was 2 cars, 2 horses, and like a carriage thing. That's all the funeral was. There wasn't this big extravagant show like she kind of claimed she wanted. So this was what she was posting 20 minutes after the funeral.
But you won't understand.
Which this man,
It's a party's again. No bills to be had.
so this is how she acted. These were multiple videos posted on the same day. It was all like, I don't care videos, it's over, let's live, let's party. That's kind of the vibe she was giving off. So, as I said, the GoFundMe, I mentioned the GoFundMe. So the GoFundMe was set up by Adele, which in the previous photo that I showed you, Adele was in the green top in the background. So, hey, my name is Adele Ford, and I'm looking to raise some funds towards Shaw's funeral cost. It's to lift a bit of pressure of his wife, Julie, and family. Sean went missing on the 1st of July 2025, found passed on the 7th. This was unexpected. He's only 38 years old and he had a full life ahead of him. He was the most loving, gentle giant you'd ever meet. He was born and bred South Side area, Edinburgh, well known by a lot of people. I was like a sister to Sean. We're absolutely devastated, and he was found passed unexplained. Any help would be appreciated. So the GoFundMe was promptly set up. So we're going to listen to Adele explain that GoFundMe, that the mum, because they transferred this money pretty quick on what they had in that GoFundMe. So this is going to be a friend.
Didn't the family pay? If I'm getting it wrong, somebody correct us. I thought the family had paid for it, and she still put a GoFundMe up.
Thank you for saying that, because you took. So the family did offer to pay for the whole funeral. Yes, they did. Jules banned the whole family from the funeral. Jules did not allow any of the family at the funeral. She banned a lot of them. I have spoken to the family since. They have had their own little private service with him, like where he's been put. They had their own private little service, which they said was filled with love and care, and it was nothing but good memories of Sean. She basically banned the family, right? So she's now after $7.5 grand, and like I say, for 2 funeral cars, 2 horses, and a carriage. So now Adele's going to explain about this GoFundMe money that they've been trying to raise. Now, bear in mind, there are many ways you could raise this money as well, guys. So there are like government states, although they don't pay a lot, they will help you out with a little chunk just to take the full pressure.
Jump in there. See, at this point when she was on live asking for the GoFundMe, I went in and obviously because it's tragic what happened, I says to her, God bless, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I says, so what she's saying about the GoFundMe, I says, so what you going to do? A lot of my people was saying, why don't you sell the gold? Why don't you? She was saying, no, this is what
we said the same thing.
So much. So so we all felt there was an emotional thing there, because you think, oh my God, look, man,
it's emotional manipulation, isn't it? That's what it is. It's garnering sympathy from a bad situation, is what she's doing. Because I said, listen, and you're correct, because we get onto that exact thing in a very second. Because I said the same thing. Well, you got enough gold, even if it's cheaper side of gold. You got enough gold to try and raise like a fair few funds, even if
it makes no odds. If she loved him, truly loved him, well, she wouldn't have done what she done. But if she truly loved him, you'd have sell your granny. No harm.
Well,
everybody, can we have some prayers and some love hearts in the chat for Sean's family, please? Thank you. Go on,
so Adele, like I say, Adele's going to just explain the GoFundMe and kind of how it's transferred quick, and then like I say, what Rido has just said there, we're getting straight onto that subject right next after this video.
Proof that the money got withdrawn from the GoFundMe. That's the proof you were asked to put up, not the funeral costs. Still, though, why can't he have, I don't know, can't read the rest of it because it's not even shown me it, but this is it here. So what got donated was 3263, and then what got transferred was 3112.62 because £150 transaction fees come off, and then the 3 people that took their refund back. So what else do you want now? I've posted this. I forgot to post it on the same post as the last post, so I'm very sorry about that, but I'll leave this here, and there you can go. There you go. You can see for yourselves what got raised and what was in the GoFundMe and what got taken out of the GoFundMe. So I hope this helps. And
now, I just want to state that if Jules has claimed she's used all this to pay off what she's paid off, well, the figures don't quite add up correct. From what she's paid off to what should be left owing on the thing that I had, didn't quite match up for a start. So that raises questions for me as to, has Jules paid anything off herself? So obviously, as we know, Jules then starts a bit of a begathon where she starts showing videos of Sean online playing the Grieving Wife Act, which, as I said, is now removed again, and thanks to duets, we've seen it. Meanwhile, on other platforms such as Facebook and TikTok, we was chucking the story out there that Jules and Sean had obviously not been together, and that a lot of people believe that Jules actually was quite abusive to Sean, as we had seen in earlier messages at the beginning of the live. So we know Jules was even flogging his scooter on Facebook Marketplace, and a lot of gold in recent weeks, especially after saying she wouldn't sell sentimental stuff. Jules is also trying to claim it's Sean's mum selling the scooter, but it is actually Jules. And just to prove it's Jules, we all know how Facebook Marketplace goes, right? None of us are that silly. So there's the scooter. This is it. This is the advert. Well, whose name is that down there? Because that's not Sean's mum's name, is it? That's your name, Jules. That's the seller information. That's the person that's put it up. So that's you, Jules. It's not his family putting this up at all. It's not his family putting this up at all. You got it up for 740 quid. Like, you were quick hot to get on this stuff. And now we're going to go, this is the rings that she was selling. So some of these are engagement rings from relationships, past relationships and relationships. It's just, these are Jules's posts. Let me just hold it so you can see her name at the bottom as well. So there's a name. You'll see her name down here. So it's Jules Stevenson selling the rings. So now all of a sudden, after having a go at the likes of me and Vicky Big Mouth and us types of people saying, well, why should she have to get rid of sentimental stuff? Well, you're doing a good job, hon, of proving us all right. Selling all your sentimental stuff now, aren't you, within a week? Why the change of heart all of a sudden? Because it's still your name at the bottom, so it's just covered by
Nothing was really sentimental. For 20 minutes she's dancing about with that man who she's with now, so there's really nothing was sentimental, was it?
Well, this is kind of my thoughts and feelings. Like, after saying it was all sentimental, right? So we obviously know and seen, like, in most of our moral compass, we would say there was no sentimental value behind anything that she's trying to sell. So obviously, this is the funeral receipt that Jules, well, not Jules, sorry. This is Jules did put a video up, but she soon deleted it. However, of course, her good friend Adele at this point kept hers up though.
Here is the receipt of the funeral directors and what was paid. So see everybody that's sitting saying that.
So for you struggling to see that, because I know a few of you are struggling to see, total says there is £7,437. That's the total. Payment received apparently is £3,718.50. Outstanding £3,718. This is what she claims.
Nah,
that's
not our style. We didn't roll like that. But for all you to sit and say that, yous are absolutely disgusting. A woman's just lost her husband, and this is the crap that yous are all doing and saying and making your wee videos up, assuming, that's right, assuming everything. But I hope yous are all going to eat your words right now. But I just want to say thanks. Thanks very much to everyone that donated. Thank you very much. And see for yous that got your refund back. Sorry, I'm actually that annoyed that I'm having to do this. But see yous 3 that wanted your refunds. Yous are disgusting. But yous got your refund of your £25.
So Jules basically paid nothing then, Billy. It's all people have donated to the fund.
Yeah, so far she's not put a penny in herself as it stands. So this girl here, as you can see, is Adele, was riding hard for Jules. They did have a little fallout not long ago. But Adele wasn't happy because I spotted like something wasn't right with this GoFundMe straight away. I said, something's not right, especially when the family had come to me and said, we've offered to pay for it. We said we'll pay for everything. Like, there's no need. They haven't got to worry about nothing. So Adele was kind of riding hard for Jules. And as I said, Jules did bar them from the funeral. So this was like them just telling me, Sean's mum Donna got to sit with Sean in the morgue, and I had to go to the procurator fiscal to get permission for her to go. She was really destroyed with all this. Sean was living with his mum. It's been so nice to hear people like yourself defending him, thank you. And then obviously our reply was absolutely heartbreaking. Jules should hang her head in shame, banning his own mother, karma will get her. Well, I'm glad the mother obviously got to have a peaceful service, right? That's the one thing. So like I say, we've now questioned the funeral cost and what's paid out, what's been paid in, etc. So we've listened to Adele give a breakdown of what they need and why they needed it. Jules wanted 7k, as we know. The family weren't invited to the funeral. Sorry. I'm not going to go too much into Sean's passing because I've spoken to the family and just out of respect I don't want to go too into detail. However, it is over on my YouTube, which is the same name as this account should anyone need it, where it's more in depth and in detail without getting anyone bananaed. So now we're just going to jump onto later the night of the funeral, which is, as you've already mentioned there. So Jules's daughter was then seen and heard And when I say seen and heard outside, this was not social media knowledge. This is not what social media had seen. This is what I had heard from what I seen. Yet again, I wasn't going to put up this footage, but I know I had seen it and I've definitely heard it. So, Jules' daughter was then heard and seen screaming outside saying, "How could you sleep with your unalive husband's best friend?" Which Mark did come to message me, and Mark, actually the one Jules is now with, actually told me this wasn't true. So Jules denied this and so did Mark to Aaron. Mark then messages me, and in these messages he originally accuses Jules of being part of Sean's passing. But Jules says originally it was dodgy tablets and stuff like that on previous lives. But this man's still like shacking up with her. So this is like, we're going to listen to what she says and then I'll read you some messages between myself and Mark.
Robin Mark Senior. Robin.
I let it go up to the bit it needs to play.
Nicole, you only live once, darling.
You only so Nicole, you moved on quickly. You only live once, darling.
Vicky Big Mouth, get my life.
Right, so she quite often shouts people like me and Vicky Big Mouth's getting her live because she'll know we'll give good questions that will cause people to scream at us so it boosts their views.
Vicky Big Mouth, come in. Late night. Oh, I was pissed as a fart, Megan. We'll not mute any of these comments, we'll show them. Fuck. Let me see what site they're writing. Fuck me, these comments are going too far. Did you show Mark huts and schools to break into after bumping? Go make Alexa, pause. Go make that make sense. Hi, JD.
She even told their dog.
Like, I'm supposed to have been with somebody last night. They're supposed to be this, that, and the next thing. Get a life, you fools. There's Jansky in the comments. She was with me all day yesterday. But anyway, have your opinion, come in the box, or fuck off.
Sorry, can you hear me? I'm on pause. Who's dropped there because it's still saying renter Billy's still in the box and I can hear my door. Oh. It's right, Billy will come back in. Mods, if Billy comes in, let him back in. And everybody, if this account goes down, thank you, my cat, if this account goes down, I'll be on Pearl Price back up here. I think this is areas. No, I can, I can hear you, I can't see you. Rido, drop out and swipe off the app and come back in.
I'm back.
Right. Mods, when Rido comes in, let him back in, please. Oh. Who's kicked somebody out there? What's happening? Put Billy and Rido back in, please. Oh, fuck's sake. Nobody else but Billy and Rido. Mods. Go back in because I can only see a black screen. Yeah, go on, thanks. Swipe completely off, Billy. Sorry, everybody. Oh, this is turning me sick where I'm hearing, actually. Can't see it. No, because there's none of them in the box. They're just swiping off the app and coming back in. Please, can we have condolences in the chat for the family, please? Because I wouldn't have done this. It's just I scrolled into somebody's box. My people followed me over. Then I felt guilty with all the messages I got the next day. So I just wanted people to know, like, who they followed and what this person is about. Let me take this off here a minute because I can't see. Is Billy all right all back in? Mods, if you come back in, put them in, please. Thank you for all of the hearts and your messages in the chat, everybody. Thank you. Right. Oh. Chap, can you see it? Because I can only see a black screen. If not, I'm going to have to restart and... Still not working. Right, I don't... Black screen. Right, everybody, just let me restart and come back onto this. I'm sorry about this, but I'll be 2 seconds. Thank you, everybody. I'll always ask him to come back in and come and do whatever. There, that's it, Billy. I can see you now.
Can we all see each other? Because I can see
That's
you.
it. Can everybody share the live out, please? Thank you.
Smash up the repost, people. You know the score. You know the score. But this, like I say, just so far, like I say, I'm giving you the narrowed down version to try, like I say, to save lives.
Yes.
Like your
can
life.
everybody? Sorry, Billy. Can everybody give Billy a follow on his TikTok? He puts all of these out about the English side as well as the Scottish side of TikTok that people need to know about, and he does the YouTube where you see the full.
We go everywhere here. We
Yeah.
literally stateside. We'll take anything that seems abnormal or out of place, and we look, like I say, we do waz it. We waz it up on YouTube, which is the same as Rent a Gob Unleashed, and we've got an IG, which I will redirect some of you to at the end, because it will kind of clarify what kind of a remark can be like. It's Rent a Gob Unleashed, all the drama. So it's the same as my main account name, basically.
Exactly.
But if you all subscribe, it's all there. The recent Juls one, like I say, it's far more in depth. I've narrowed this down purely for live, because when I do this, I do it on sub-only lives on Mondays.
Yeah.
And I do that because it saves me a lot of hassle. Like when it's public, I've not got the people that they're not going to pay to maliciously report and stuff like that. So I keep mine personally sub-only. That's why I do my sub-onlys on Monday, and then I talk about the rest of it as I've done it. But so what I'll do, I'll just carry on just playing. Let it play for another 15 seconds because I'm at the point where there's not too much more to go with this. So it's just a point of where she says that she didn't do anything with him, but she wanted to do something. Like she wanted to tie him up, basically. So I'll just play like the rest of that clip and just make sure. There you go.
Fucking greasy shit on it. Yeah. I didn't. He wanted me to tie him up, but I couldn't do it. I had the dug leash and the dug wanted to. I couldn't do it. It's not a metal one either.
That's her talking about Mark.
I couldn't do it. Fucking, how dare you, Mark Senior, come down here with a bottle of fucking tequila. Jesus fucking Lord.
So I can confirm, she has just said there with a bottle of tequila, and now her daughter already confirmed this, because now, as we all know, if you look through a spy hole on the reverse, so on the outside to the inside, if you cup it, you can see a slight long distance of the inside. And the daughter had already claimed that her mum, she had seen her quickly legged it from one room to the other, Starkers.
Oh, listen, being on, I'll never be shut down. That's one thing about me, I'll never be shut down. Jan,
A letterbox, thank you.
Sarah had to have a drink last night. Oh my God, I have a drink. Then I might have the police at my house. And then I might be... Oh, Lisa, that's just frozen on TikTok. I've been on here 9 years.
What happened?
So his partner is lying then. What do you mean, Belle?
So when you're hearing her say that, so his partner's lying, then they're regarding Mark's now ex-partner, who has released quite a lot about Mark, what he's like. I will even show you the doorbell footage soon. So as I said, Mark did message me, and now let's listen to what Mark says. Let me just change my phone angle. I actually think Jules had something to do with his. I'm his best mate growing up, and 8 years ago she got him to block me. But she said it was dodgy tablets. Who goes in the toilets to take dodgy tablets? People who take tablets take them. They're meant to be split up for over a year, and I bet she had life insurance on him too. So there was a couple of qualms, so I did end up messaging back, because obviously I think, hold on, you were blocked for 8 years, so you clearly can't have been that much of a best mate, right? Because regardless of what your partner says, you're going to find a way. It's your best mate. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? And like whether you see him in person or whatever. So of course I messaged him saying, are you the one supposedly sleeping with her, because the account seemed pretty low. I was then confirmed this is his account by his ex-missus. And I just put, this might come across as rude, but you went to the funeral. Why did you try and not persuade her to allow the actual family and friends? Is Jules not with someone else? Did you really sleep together? What actually happened? Bear in mind, I'd already done a load of videos by this point before they even said anything online to prove what I said was correct. And it was like, how long have you known Jules? If you blocked him, if you were blocked, why did you attend funeral? And it was just me asking a load of questions, right? And then it basically says, obviously, he just goes on to state that, I messaged him a year ago and told him we could do better. And he laughed because it was our banter the late at night. She must have read the message, got blocked. My missus got blocked. Then I saw him up in the city centre. He told me Jules made him do it, but you see, because I put a video up, you see the video you put up with Aaron Mack, he's a little two-faced cretin, and then he goes on to slate Aaron. And he goes, so I don't know why Aaron's calling Sean his brother. When he was due Sean's money, he went to his door for it, and with me he was polite to his mother. Because we were still kids, Aaron thought we bullied him, but now an adult, he messaged him and me telling us that we were bullying him when we were young, and basically he don't like him. So he then started scooting around. He didn't answer any of my questions, as you pretty much noticed there. He answered nothing. He's just trying to scoot around the whole thing. I tried to get in touch to find out what had happened to Sean, and then he states how he then had to go to the mate Adele, which is the one we see videos of doing the GoFundMe. And Adele then basically got him back in contact because he called Adele on Facebook, and Jules happened to be with her, is what he claims. He was gutted and asked her and begged Jules basically to phone me. So then he got hold of her, and then he offered to carry the coffin. Jules said yes, and then messaged him to confirm. In other words, messaged him to confirm the day before if he was still definitely doing this. So of course it was then confirmed. Sorry it took me so long to reply. I've got a couple of phone calls. I'll let you know the rest when I get back. All this time he was sat with Jules. All this time he was messaging me and accusing her of taking part in him not being alive anymore. Is him sitting there in the very first one when he says there, she has a part to play. I think she has something to do with this, and it wouldn't surprise me. So that's a bold accusation to make against someone you're now shacking up with, no? Is it not?
Really?
You're now in bed with that. Like, it's like what's going on? So just to reiterate, with the Aaron and Sean, they were friends, and so Aaron put a thing up saying I did not go near each other than a cuddle. She said I'm like Sean and wanted to get know me, and had a laugh, saying that I'm GAY and I want to cuddle a GA mate. You rocket, go do something better with your life than be a Facebook bully because you can't say anything to my face, you shite bag. Leave us alone, you two-faced fucker. When was you ever Sean's brother? Who helped him get clean? A house back in the gym where he came from fat, when he became fat from detoxing from H. Who gave him a place to sleep when he needed it for years? We did, not you or anyone else, you fucking idiot. So there was always a bit of like back and forth between those two. Now, as I said, the daughter, Angel, so she then put up a post, obviously, the day after this, because she had a big, massive falling out with her mum over all this. And she basically put a post up saying Sean deserves so much better and so much more. But then Angel continued to talk about what happened. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you a couple of clips from obviously Angel's live, and then there's literally only a few more clips going. We're not far from the end. So Angel put a photo up of her and her dad, which is a nice little photo. Like, it's a lovely little family photo, bless her heart. And like, you know, she's obviously gonna miss her dad. Her dad's a dad. It don't matter really why your dad's your dad, right? So of course she put a post up saying he deserves so much better. And it's a shame. Obviously the system failed him, like life failed him, people failed him, etc. So here's what the daughter had to say. Sorry, there's two parts.
Right, here we are. I don't know, I'll probably get mated for this, but blocked for this. Oh, my camera's blocked it out.
So I have to ask you.
It says my camera view is blocked, but anyway, you'll see them on Vicky Bigmouth's page. The text is between them. The aftershave that's actually in the picture belongs to Sean himself, that she had given away to this Mark, and also gave some of Sean's clothes to Mark, which is absolutely fucking disgusting.
Yes, you heard that. Jules gave Mark some of Sean's clothes.
Sorry, they all saying it's Sean's stepdaughter. It's Jules' little daughter. Sean's stepdaughter.
Yeah, that's bang on. Cheers, guys.
What do you call it? The girlfriend had said today in comments they'd actually hit her, whatever. He'd done something to her and left, and was apparently gone down to hers or whatever else. But yeah, it is confirmed that they did sleep together and everything. So it's not hoax. It's not this, that, and the next thing. And I'll not stand by somebody like that because it's absolutely fucking vile.
So she then gets banned, just to let
I'll
you know.
restart,
But
and I'll see if it'll let me.
she goes on to restart, and this was the other half of it. I think it's like 5 minutes long.
Right, so basically, what happened was, right, so we had the funeral, okay? Minding that this Mark, Danny, this Mark offered me and my brother pills at the funeral next to the coffin, which was bang at the order, which he calls a subby. Anyway, left the funeral. Obviously my wee girl's birthday, I had to go and we went and had a meal and stuff. She had gone back to Adele's. Next time I phoned her and I was like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, just in Adele's. I went, you having a drink? She went, no, I didn't drink. I don't drink. So I went, okay, that's fine. So I went on with my day and obviously went in for my meal and stuff, whatever. Came back, what you call it, and obviously one of my siblings were quite worried. She wasn't answering the phone. She had found out that this guy had left Adele's with my mum left Adele's with Mark and Paul. Paul had left my mum's in, so it was just they two. So next thing is obviously, like I said, when my siblings were worried, was phoning her, she wasn't answering. And then my boyfriend got a text. Apparently she was away to bed and she was drunk, but mind you, she had told me she doesn't drink, which she doesn't. Anyway, 1 second. Anyway, yeah, so my sibling had gone down there. Her windows were open, her lights were on, her TV was on. But there was no answer at the door or the buzzer, and Bella was going absolutely crazy. Anyway, next thing, so I went, come get me, because I had a plan. So basically, she came and got me. We parked around the corner, so she had thought that my sibling had left. Went in. I know the comments keep going rapid. My dad's happy these days. Anyway, we parked the car in the corner, sneaked, and went, and there was someone else there, which we're not going to say names and we're not going to hang it, but there was 3 of us. So anyway, we had ran into the neighbour's stair because they don't have a buzzer entry, round the back, into the backyard stair, because we're obviously worried because this man had offered us pills at the funeral already. So I went, go down the stairs and buzzer, and I'll look for a spy hole because she's not got a spy hole in it. You can see right into her kitchen. Obviously worried. So I've looked through it. She's rang the buzzer. There's my mum coming from the living room to her bedroom, naked, with her hair straightened and makeup on, which she didn't have her hair all straightened. She had it half up, half down at the funeral. She didn't have makeup on at the funeral. So funny that. Anyway, I've gone crazy, done whatever, kicked her door, whatever. She's never answered, never came to the window, never came to the door, never made a peep. So anyway, sorry, I forgot that after I'd seen her, I'd actually sneaked down the stairs to then my sibling, and obviously I was like, I've just seen her, blah 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 blah. So we phoned her, and she went, I went, where are you, mum? I've just come down to see you, because obviously worried, we've just buried Sean. I'm at Craig Miller, but I've just seen you, and you never just seen me, so I ran up her stairs, and she's ended the phone call before I'd kicked the door, so she never heard it. So anyway, like I said, went mental, was silent. So we left, and it turns out that she was like, oh, police have been at my door, but you weren't home, honey. So then again, how you knew police were at your door? Anyway. And it was absolutely, her stair was absolutely humming the aftershave, may I add.
If my phone dies, I'll be back.
Anyway, so we've left. She's like, police, blah blah blah, whatever. So yeah, she did say police were at her house for her going lying, saying, oh, police weren't at my house. Maybe she was just saying that, but anyway, she texted me saying that. And me and my sister, it got to, I can't even mind, but we found out he was in the house at that time. We were at the door. So you can say what you want, you can hang what you want, but you were naked when I seen you, so why was he in your house at that time and point? You and Mark keep switching up your stories. Mark saying windows were shut, this, that, and the next time windows weren't shut because we heard them before we even came to the stair. We heard the man's voice, which was clearly you, because you now have confirmed it was him that was in the house. Also, you had turned your location off so we couldn't see you. That was very funny, that one. Even though I still seen you through your peepholes, so you did very good at that one. Sean never deserved this. The only reason why I'm letting all this out is because I'll not have myself dragged through the dirt or whatever. I'll stand by Sean 100%. I will not stand by no whore or no dirty man.
Well, I'm just going to stop it there because that's where she goes into a bit of a tirade about her mother with certain words there. But as you can see, she's not standing by her mother. If my phone passes out, I'll be straight back on the other account. I've got it just in case. So that was the live, and then obviously Adele leaves the chat because she finds out what's gone on. So Adele, like I said, they're now friends.
Where did it start? I've been wanting to do this video for the last couple of days now. I have no words. I'm hurt. I'm broken. Drained. I done the best for Sean. He was like a brother to me. I'm absolutely devastated that he's no longer here. But with all the accusations going about, my name's getting slaughtered up and down everywhere. I'm taking a step back. Me and Juls were friends for years. 3 to 4 years. I loved every bit of her.
That's correct, Cheryl. They are pals again, guys.
I've no words. I can't do it anymore. I'm getting so much hate on here. Like, I've got really bad mental health. And I can't take all this hate that you're all giving me when it's really nothing to do with me. Like, I'm struggling, like, I didn't even want to get upset.
So I'm actually not going to let her whinge on too much, because a little bit of a backstory of Adele. She stood by someone that she knew very well and screamed at a load of victims, and this person ended up getting convicted. Adele stood by some of the worst things Julie's ever said, or Jules has ever said at any point. So I'm actually not going to let her ramble on too much and give the old sob story, because actually, as a lot of you said, we know they are back as friends again. These two are friends. And obviously, like saying if you've been friends for years, you know what a horror she is. And Adele just says, "Are you for real?" I was only friends with her 3 to 4 years, and actually everyone who knows me knows this. But the way she was going on, like they had been lifetime friends. So Jules did say that they was in a relationship prior to the passing. This was a video of her.
Relationship then?
Chased me out of my house, and then Steph kept peering into my house, watching me, and she had the front door key, so chased me away from my house.
That's the news bit.
I kicked her out of bed either, Jill, for fuck's sake. Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. On me. Jan, you're my mod! On me, Robbie! Nah.
What do you mean now?
Is he a good...
See how he said no, I was going to say what he's talking about.
Mark, outside his bed, do you sleep on left or right, in the middle, on top? Where did you meet him? Oh, fucking hell. It's Sean's best pal. Right, fucking hell.
Because I kept talking about how much drawing us closer, especially getting chased away from my house.
The more we spoke about, I know my best friend Red Leah. Is that mad, Jessie? Is that mad?
So what an absolute Larry cunt. That's all I can say for that there. I swear to God. Go on, sorry, Billy.
It just goes to show an inkling of what they're like. Now, there isn't too much to show you. It's literally just 2 more screenshots and 2 more videos. If my phone passes out, I'll just come on my other account and do it. So, Jules messages Steph, which is Mark's obviously now ex-missus. Steph, your man tried to go with me. This was in July. Your man tried to go with me last night, wanted me to go back to his house with him. Was calling you for everything. He was going through the pictures on his phone. He played a video of you in the shower saying you were saggy. He was sending me D pictures, but he ran you to the ground saying he didn't like you and you were controlling him with the kids. He tried to kiss me. He's an ugly wee man and I never touched him, but he had a lot to say about you and not very nice things. So she goes on to say, oh, he says not nice things about you, but actually they're both shacking up together, because this was only them the other day. And that's kind of how she acts. Now, just to like lead out with it, so I'm going to show you the doorbell footage from his ex-missus, which I've been given permission to show. Doorbell footage of like Mark rocking up to the house, coming to collect his stuff.
Get the fuck away from my door.
Set up, I'm going to jail, so I just want to fucking get rid of fucking birthday presents and stuff.
You fucking deserve to go to bed. Get the fuck away from my door.
Fuck off. Georgie! Kelly!
He did, Sharon.
Oh, it's a princess. I'm staying in the street back to the princess.
With his Audi's bag, love it. booted out and stomp in the street with your Audi bag.
Oh, what is it, mate? George's. Guys, just
You come after this recording. You come out here. Make the God.
It's just fucking sending it. See that? Taking out his evidence.
Yeah.
Things you stole off me, haven't you? Fuck's sake.
I'm not stolen, I'm happy.
What a absolute.
And there's another person on TikTok that loves to run off with fucking Ring doorbells. What is it? People running off with Ring doorbells, not knowing full well their face is going to be on it. I don't get it. So now I just want to redirect you before my phone passes out and I hop on my other account. So I want to redirect you to the Mob Instagram, which is Rent-A-Mob HQ, because this last screenshot here is just describing what we have managed to zoom in and see on his camera roll. And that's why it's over on IG, because it will get banned here. But his comment here, this is from Mark, saying Steph sells white, that's why they're there. Now, if you want to see the footage and the video, so we've done a screen recording, and there's actual screenshots on the Instagram, which is Rent-A-Mob HQ. You can see those screenshots on there, because obviously I can't show you here. But if you haven't seen the awareness on Juls already, it's on Rent-A-Gob Unleashed on YouTube. And if you can subscribe to me, it's free and it does help. But Pearl, give me 2 seconds. I'll come back in on my other account.
You're right, me baby, you're right. Thank you, Billy.
2 seconds, sweet.
Well, like I said, I didn't, and Jules, I know you'll be sitting watching, and you know something, I thought you were actually a nice person, but my opinion now is you're an absolute tramp, for one. You're never welcome in my life, never ever, and don't ever run about and tell people that you are off gypsy people or travelling people, because you're an absolute living disgrace. And if any of them come into contact with you, well, I'm sorry, but you wouldn't be sitting saying all of that. Shame on you, Jules, because the poor family, that's who my heart goes out to, the family. You are just like a little dog laying down with anything, and that's absolutely fine, but you've absolutely destroyed this man's memory. His family must be devastated. That's the only word that I can say for you. Absolutely devastated. And to me, you're like, you know, when you see somebody dirty on the roads and they've got that horrible scum between the toes, you're not even a toe rag. You're that between the toes, pure absolute scum. And that is my opinion on you now. So to my people who followed her, listen, where was his scooter? Well, it's been showed on here that she was had everything up for sale and things, but you're never welcome in here, never ever. I don't ever want to associate with you. I apologise to everybody who followed me over to your life, but thankful for Billy that he's made us aware of this. But my condolences goes to his poor family, and I really hope you get all the answers you want. And I don't know how I would feel if that was mine. Do you know what I'm saying? My heart genuinely goes out to you, and I just hope that she gets a comeuppance, basically. But again, Jules, do not run about and tell people that you are anything to do with our kind of people, because it's true what they say, they're like rats, you're never more than 10 foot away from one. And please, Blake, you keep running about after the things that you've done, you will, like I say, they'll not be happy, put it that way, if ever they bump into you when you're telling people you are off. Listen, we get a bad enough name without such as anybody scum between the toes running about and saying that there's something to do with us. You're not. You never have been, never will be.
Try and make it easier for the live, just to make it live friendly, because I know obviously with the new updates and God knows what, but that's just a snippet of the sort of person she's like. And like I say, we have stuff over on the Instagram, like a few little bits on there that we couldn't show obviously in the video or over here on TikTok. But basically it shows them with a bag of white and a camera roll on some scales.
But everybody, make sure you follow Billy up and go and look at all of the things. Like I say, make your own minds up. I've made my mind up. like, I didn't know really anything about her till before Billy's done this, but now, well, I don't want to know any more about her. But anybody from my side who has followed her, please make your own mind up about it, but I don't want no association or anybody coming saying to me, I've done the best I can now by making you aware of which life he's followed me into, because I think it's sick, but I'm glad it's come out, because I hope that people get behind Sean's family. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope that they show them some love and them some support, and my heart genuinely goes out to them.
Well, I'm glad I've managed to have a word like with his family and stuff like that. I won't say which members, but I have had words like with his family. And do you know what? The fact that the day after the funeral they could then go and make their peace and do their own little service between each other, so to speak. It did warm my heart a little bit. I thought, at least you actually got to have that moment where at least you did get to say your goodbye. At least it wasn't where she had done it over in another country.
But it was still scummy though when they weren't allowed to, like, the main event,
yeah, which is obviously sad.
I mean, who does that? Who? Only somebody from the devil reincarnated. That's who would do that, to hurt the family even more than she's already hurt them.
But like Pearl said, just beware, innit? Like, just take with what you know at the top of your head. Just hold it in your head. If you're gonna go in at lives, follow her, support her. That's totally fine. That's well within anyone's rights to do that. But just be cautious of what can come of it at the end, and that's purely by her own actions and her own ways, and nobody else.
Yeah,
that's all it is. So I've put the main information out there. A couple of people have also done the same thing. I mean, Scott Tocker's helped me out a hell of a lot, and big up to them. Like, I have to give them the big up because you've helped me out a lot, bless you. But I'm going to have to jump because I need
Billy, I want to say a big thank you to you, my baby, for what you've done tonight. Thank you so much, and a big thank you to my Rido as well for coming in and showing his support. And like I said, everybody, please follow my Billy up and go on to his YouTube and an Instagram thing, and everything's on there and more. But everybody who's in here, when you follow him up, if Billy wants to do any more of these kind of exposures, he goes around a lot of TikTok, so we will do this again sometime.
Absolutely. And my YouTube, just to let you all know, is exactly the same name as this account. It's just Rent a Gob Unleashed. But like I say, there's loads of them on there. There'll be some characters you guys are currently watching that we've already covered about 7 months ago. So there'll already be some stuff there that a lot of guys have asked for certain names. They're already on there. They're easy to find. But thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Whether you love me or hate me, at least I do come with the facts.
So, sorry, it was a phone call. So if you follow Billy, and if you're following a lot of the Scotch TikTok, everybody, please go give my Rido a follow up, because he does a lot of things on that side as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So big up to both Billy and Rido for that. And like I say, make your own mind up, but I'm just pleased that he's done it. And you will be seeing lots more of these in the future. Billy's welcome on here any time at all to come and do this. I'll just mute up, because a lot of people will come into the platform. That's what I'm saying. So, but Billy, thank you. And like I said,
thank you, pal. Much appreciated.
You're welcome, me baby. Have a lovely night. Thanks, my Billy.
And you, sweet, and I'll catch us all in a bit.
Okie doke. Thanks, my Billy. Bye.
Bye, sweet.
So, to Rido's team as well, thank you to each and every one of you for coming in, showing your support. And again, ever you want anything doing, just tell Rido to contact us, come over, because it's nice now that we can connect the English and the Scotch TikTok, because look how I've stumbled into a live and was as innocent as the day was long. But I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming in and showing your support, and big love to you. But most of all, please, me condolences to the family, because this must have been agonising for them, and it's like they've ripped the heart out and stamped all over it. Do you know what I mean? Scottish TikTok, sorry. Do you know I say Scotch? I know, sorry. I tell you, I'm not a full shilling. Everybody has to get used to me, you know.